Well, it's been another day of turbulence in the financial markets amid gloomy economic forecasts and doubts about whether the world leaders have any ideas for turning the situation around. As the investment bank Morgan Stanley warned that the US and the Euro countries are dangerously close to recession again. In London, the benchmark FTSE 100 index again fell below the 5,000-point mark before a slight recovery. The price of gold, a good indicator of fear in the markets, hit another all-time high today. Well, looking at the picture tonight, gold is $1,848 an ounce. The FTSE ended down by 51 points. The pound was also down slightly against the dollar. Katie Razzle reports now on another day of tumult.
When the major industrialised economies are in meltdown and shares are seen as risky, where do investors go? Into the furnace. 1100 degrees centigrade is what you need to melt gold. That's a little less than the number of pounds it would cost you to buy an ounce of the stuff today. Gold yet again at its highest price ever.
Everybody is buying gold. It means people are scared of currencies, people are scared of putting it in their banks, people don't want stock market assets. The only safe haven to go to is gold, and that's why people are doing it.
Mr. Baird has seen the price of the gold bars his company manufactures rise 50% this year alone.
We have calls from everything from pension funds to private individuals and small banks here.
Saying, please sell us your gold.
Everybody.
Hardly surprising, perhaps, when stock markets are so volatile. After yesterday's huge falls, the downward trend continued for much of the day across the world. And though it recovered, the FTSE again dipped below the 5,000 mark at one point. What's driving all this? Fears that America and several European countries are close to recession, driven down by the weight of public and private debt.
How is the debt situation in various developed economies going to be dealt with? What we haven't seen over the last couple of weeks is any concrete plans on the debt front, and until we do, markets are going to remain very volatile and very nervous.
Only days ago, the French and German premiers met to discuss how to shore up investor confidence in the Eurozone. But political leaders look increasingly impotent as we watch billions wiped off our savings and pensions.
Mesdames et messieurs.
And most of us can't afford to invest in gold. This is what they measure gold in. This 1 ounce bar now worth more than £1,100. Of course, it's a bit less impressive than this. Now this is worth about £440,000. It's what's traded on the London bullion market and markets across the world. And I can tell you, it is incredibly heavy. If you bought it, you would have difficulty lifting it up and taking it home. But the rush into gold is bad news for the world's economies, not least because it demonstrates fear, a sign that people don't want to spend or to invest, which leaves any hope of growth looking pretty tarnished.